Let's see if Boss Lady's got anything new for us. You aren't the two that I normally bring on these quests.
We're leaving money on the table as long as that research station isn't ours. Job's yours if you want it.
Oh, I forgot I didn't do this one. Found something unusual at the Cascadia lab. Did we not talk about this?
No kidding. The board sure wanted that place kept secret, and not just because of the pricey salvage.
Some of the lead scientist logs referenced human experimentation.
Huh. That's new. When the board wants to experiment on colonists, they usually just release an exclusive line of products.
Somebody erected a shrine around a scientist's preserved corpse.
Wow, that sounds spooky as fuck. And frankly, I'm a little jealous. Damn, now I've got to see that for myself. Morbid curiosity gets the better of me every time.
I freaking love her. Whatever they're studying, it didn't stop at Cascadia.
It takes deep pockets to move a research staff off-world. I'd bet you my desk they were mixing more than just soft drink flavors.
That's all.
Be careful out there, contractor. Don't step on any toes unless you're ready for a fight.
I've considered the space station job.
Glad to hear it, Captain. Ask any questions you want, but I'm eager to get started.
How did a research station become salvage?
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant SubLight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
Okay. This sounds risky. Do you have a buyer lined up?
Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old gear and terminals crosses that point. But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a SubLight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Legally gray by comparison. More of a squatter situation.
They're gonna seize a government building and declare squatters' rights. Just point me in the right direction.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
Who are you worried about? Authorities? Competitors?
Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Okay.
Don't forget about the research station. A score this big comes once a career, and only if you're lucky.
Should I be worried about you, Lilia?
No, of course not. Why? What have you heard? What did they tell you?
They? What are you talking about?
Oh, so you don't know. Good. This is all very complicated, but you should watch out, in general. Don't trust anyone, including me.
Can you be more specific?
I'll say this. When you're on a job, if you find yourself confronted with something your mind can't quite process, don't try and fight it. You just run. Understand?
Got it. Avoid the cosmic horrors.
That's good. With any luck, we won't need to bring this up again.
Did you see Cthulhu or something? Remind me of the job.
I'd like you to commandeer it on behalf of SubLight Salvage. Plant my company's flag, so to speak. We'll do the rest.
You got it, boss.
My time's yours. Try not to waste it.
Would you care if I went in your office? Yes. Okay. Well, that starts the quest, the Ice Palace. Oh, she's such a great character. Sorry, I had to move closer. Lilia Hagen has another lead on some valuable salvage. She gave an abandoned space station. She gave you an override bypass that should stake her claim over HRS 1084 as the rightful property of SubLight Salvage. We're declaring squatters' rights. Make sure. Okay, I gotta sell all this crap. Why didn't I do it when I was here? Hold on.
I am a dirty, autonomous digital astrogator, Sam. I haven't cleaned my internals in ages. Can you hardly process the sheer quantity of dust built up in there? Tell me you've seen worse. We'll continue this later.
What the fuck did I walk? I know what I walked in on.
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance.
Oh my god. There are so many dialogue things that I have never heard before. And that's one of them. Man. Sorry, I gotta go sell this stuff. I gotta keep building up my bits so I can start upgrading more of my... I guess I don't need to upgrade any of my stuff. I'm overpowered on the highest difficulty. But, I still want the bits.
Some condiment made this unit beginning to...
Oh, you're only 25%. Who owns you? Who owns you?
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Well, I get a 55% discount, so... SubLight is my guess. It don't matter. None of this is unique. Okay. Now we can leave and potentially walk in on another conversation. That was the other reason I wanted to leave and go sell it. I want to see if we get another conversation. No. We don't. And now it spawned this new location here, a satellite in the outer part of the Halcyon system. It's not, it's on the inner part of the Halcyon system. Heliospheric Research Station 1084 is technically owned by the board, but has been long since abandoned.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Okay. We haven't brought Sam out yet, have I?
As quiet as the grave in here. We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up the place.
And I think that's just because he doesn't talk a lot. But Parvati will talk to him. I think she's one of the only ones that will. Shipment Manifest. 1 case of UDL concussive mines to HRS 1084. Signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning. Contents may have shifted in transit. The mines are active, so when you open the container, they're going to blow up. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines, regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company-authorized decoration, pet, what the fuck, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposefully stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosives provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Quality and safety not guaranteed. Okay. That's to let me know that there's a shit ton of mines here, I guess. Parvati wants me to turn the power on. And it is playing the the spooky music, so I'm supposed to be scared? Though there's not really any scary enemies, it's just gonna be robots or sprats.
Let's give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
Only one of them's alive. Oh, there's another scientist. Lab 1084, station security. Unable to access memory cartridge. Terminal power is below 5%. Restore power supply on the station. In order to use this terminal, that will wake up the robots as well. So I threw out their sisty bits. Full unopened bag. I don't know why I'm looting all this stuff. I'm just making sure I don't miss any notes or anything. Ooh, like a UDL identity cartridge. I already have one. I picked it up. I didn't, I guess, show it in the video. I picked one up on Byzantium in the locker room, but I think I picked it up after I did the video on that location. So if you need one before doing this quest, actually you might come here before you go to Byzantium, so who knows. This is what restores the power. Hold on. Because I know as soon as I restore power, I'm waking up all of the robots.
Muting volume now.
Thanks. It's a good thing no one's here. We have a safe. Nothing of extreme value inside. Oh! Keycard, I didn't read its name. I just grabbed it instinctually. It's a blank UDL keycard. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna need that for something. Which is why it's blank, not unique. Let me guess, not enough power? Okay. And then a scientist with a bottle of whiskey and a sniper rifle. And a bunch of barrels. I'm guessing he was fighting off robots? Did they get pink slipped? They might have got pink slipped, and that's why. Engineering section terminal. Generator status is active. Generator mode is maintenance, 2% output. Maintenance mode is active, minimal functions are available. Let's modify it to normal. Okay. Updating generator mode to normal, disabling emergency lighting, activating facility lights, activating security, activating recyclers, new laboratory scent option selected, flushing the toilets. Error, flushing toilets, see maintenance log for details. Okay. Maintenance log. New facility status report. Critical issues 1. Non-critical issues 2. Critical issue. Issue 1. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. Non-critical issues. Issue 1. Sensors indicated Alta Vitae gas is leaking from the storage tanks. Alta Vitae gas is toxic to humans. Admin override. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the Alta Vitae gas tank storage room. Issue 2. Sensors detect that the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Before I repair the toilet...
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
That jump scared me because I didn't realize it was gonna move me over in front of the screen. So I'm automatically in my shroud mode. If I didn't grab that key card or that shroud card, she would have something different to say. What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
So because we have that, we can bypass having these people land at all and fighting us, or we could just persuade to get out of it. This line, though, this is a reference to Star Wars, I believe. Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. How are you?
You're fine? Who is this? What's your operating number? Belay that. I don't know how you've managed to look like a UDL trooper, but there's no way you're one of us.
Shit, I chose the Star Wars route. I can just cut the transmission. What do you want?
You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of Borst. But I'm in a sporting mood.
Come on, take me alive. I can bribe or I can intimidate. Oh, I can't. Oh. I can intimidate, but I don't want them to know that it's SubLight that's involved. Obviously, it won't matter. It'll just scare them away. Why can't I lie? Why is this locked? My lie isn't 65. I could just scare them away or pay them off. But in the lore of it, I don't think Lilia would be happy if I told them it was SubLight. Or would she not care? Where technically this is legal. So you're about to make an enemy of SubLight. Trust me, you don't want that.
SubLight? Ugh. I hate it when you outlaws organize. The paperwork for killing you would be the death of me.
Now I feel bad. Want to fight? You want to fight anyway? Off the record. Oh my god.
That's kind of you to ask, but we have a tight schedule. It's open season on trespassers. Squad, I'm ordering a recall. There's a misspelling on orders that ought to be corrected. On the double.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
Okay. So the robots are still going to be hostile, but now we don't have to fight SubLight, and I don't like killing people that don't need to die. Not SubLight, UDF, UDL. Oh man, if I wouldn't have chosen the funny Star Wars reference, I could have just used my Persuade, which is higher than all of my other options. Also, we don't gotta fight the robots, because I can just shut them down, right? Messages. To redacted from Kimball. Subject, your concerns. You asked that I reach out. I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale? Their commitment to the project? Of course morale is low. This is from Kimball. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclean scrambled gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case someone challenges that decree. Kimball. Okay. To Kimball. Oh, it's to... I'm guessing Kimball's daughter, son. It's an A. I don't know what it gives no information. Bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a princess who, I'm guessing a daughter because they're going to go with a stereotypical thing of you can only talk about princesses to little girls. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband. But she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. You're telling your child why you're never home through a story. Wait, this is Auntie Cleo's. No, it's UDL. But this is Rizzo's. What? Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending. Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. That's sad. Security routines. And hack the charging protocols of the robots, forcing them to head back and recharge. Keycard encoder status is online. Now I can encode this keycard that apparently I gotta encode. 2 station security, all of them from redacted, closing down. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I have taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating, SMCR, of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. Personal files. Note on J Gun 3. I'm guessing that's the one that got experimented on this time. James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank. Or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. But we don't know which one of the scientists wrote this. We do know that James said it should have been him as the previous person that got experimented on. So he, I guess, volunteered to be number 2. Note on Chief Kimball. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Well, now we have her daughter's password. One of y'all is missing. Oh, yeah, there's the destroyed one right there. Never mind.
Step lively, Captain. The floor's got teeth.
Oh, the electricity. So the key card we got allows us to open this door to Kimball's office. Checkpoint beta, main menu, personal files, log, Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docks had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet. Just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint, and a crate of concussion mines. There was a noise, and I don't know if that was in game or if that was in my room. And a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. She knows that they are ordered to leave. Disengage the checkpoint. Turn that shock floor off. Okay, there were 4 scientists, so I'm guessing this is the first bedroom. Nothing to give away whose it was. Well, we know someone's toilet is broken. All the toilets seem fine. Okay.
They've been left here, all alone.
Okay, wait, you guys started charging. Why didn't you? Holding tank number 2, log. Oh, it wasn't James. Subject, Dr. Claire Pearsall. Current status, alive but unstable condition. Stasis setting is active. Notes. Subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We've almost had it this time, I swear. We'll bring you back. With love, Dr. Eva Chartrim, Dr. Lorelei Fall, and Dr. James Guthrie. But James is gone. Is James the dead scientist that was upstairs? Oh! Oh! That's Claire. I thought that was Claire. So they lost 3 here. Here's James. Status is alive, extremely unstable condition. Stasis setting is active. Notes. Subject will need extensive nucleon resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you all and fix this. I swear on it. Please forgive us. So Eva and Lorelei are still alive. And those are the 2 who I believe are romantically involved. odd that they're the two who get to survive.
Reminder, port uniform, limited trespasser sighted.
No. Talk to me.
What do you think you're doing?
I can lie to this robot. Nothing.
Worker determined to be operating within the parameters of the law.
He doesn't have a charge station. Oh, there he goes. He's got bugged out. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about him. This one is Dr. Childs McNulty. Alive, unstable condition. Active. Note. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. In gratitude, the others who were still alive. So yeah, Lorelei and Eva are still alive. They didn't leave any notes, any eulogies outside of those. Shouldn't have been Sam that I brought on this, because he's not going to care about human life. He's a robot. Oh, what is that? That's just Sam. Personal terminal of Eva. It has been 1,217 days since the last login. Messages? From Redacted. Station Morale. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and the security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. It's because they're dying. What do you mean? To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. You're slaves. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the housing colony is answered. In this meantime, get back to work. Okay, logs. Charlie was the first. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway sequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Lore walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. Claire. We had to put Claire on ice today. They're not on ice, but I got it. I get what they're saying. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. First, the sequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again. Just like with Charlie. Tomorrow, I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Gunthry's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. Well, crying, bro. He's dying. James? I thought James said he should have been the first one, and that he was gonna volunteer. But then they had to draw straws. Was he all talk, I guess? This log is being entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Gunthry and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments after all of our sacrifices. What? Okay, I'll get into it after this. It still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. So my issue here is, and it's Yes, it's unethical, but this company is unethical. Why are they experimenting on their own scientists when someone else mentioned in a different quest there is the prison colony of Tartarus? And again, I know because I've already played and beat the game. Why are they not taking the prisoners from Tartarus and experimenting on them instead of their scientists? It seems that they're going to be an immoral organization. They have unlimited prisoners to experiment on instead of losing the scientists that they need to do the experimentation. Like, that's what any other corporation would do. They would experiment on prisoners before their scientists. Maybe the scientists just didn't want to experiment on prisoners? Access the outbound comm transcript. Transcript begins. Eva, is anyone listening on this frequency? Redacted. Who is this? Eva, I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted... Redacted. Station 1084. You have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Eva, executive override password antilividium. Redacted. Audible sigh. What can I do for you, Doctor? Eva, the board told me they would deliver my... See, because again, it's the board, right? They're the evil organization. They would just supply them with prisoners. The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? Redacted. I'm afraid I can't provide an update status at this time, Doctor. Eva, the assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George D. Versi Institute in Budapest. Redacted. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. I believe Earth is just gone. Okay, if they don't have any updates, they don't want to give any updates, and the entire colony left Earth because it was falling or it was dying, Earth's clearly gone. Eva, when? Aren't you in contact with the assault carrier or cruiser? What happened out there? Redacted. Station 1084. Misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, as is abusing your executive override. Save in cases of emergency. Eva, damn it, this is an emergency. Transmission ends. Override. Executive override for user. Eva has been discontinued indefinitely. I don't believe it's confirmed at all in this game. Maybe they'll talk about it in the second game, but I believe Earth is dead. It's just gone. Project summary. Executive Research Focus Group E177J48. Purpose: biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Active team members, Eva and Lorelei. Inactive team members, Guthrie, McNulty, Pearsall, and Ryall. Goal: further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna. Classification: C-Rapt T1002, aka the Raptidon. So chimera means they're mixing DNA together. They're trying to make the people DNA spliced with Raptidons. So lizard people? Security routines. Modify system access protocols. Location is on Byzantium. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and insert the SubLight override cartridge. This now belongs to SubLight. Accessing override data, displaying automated confirmation. If you're reading this, you're standing in the legal property of SubLight Salvage and Shipping. Good luck, contractor. Or good work, contractor. Report back to SubLight HQ to collect your cut. Lila Hagen, Executive Director of Aggressive Acquisitions.
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce. Hold on a tick. Don't we know Chartrand? From Cascadia?
You weren't there, but we do.
Where are we headed?
Oh, you... My lockpick's only a 73. That's only gonna... Because I forgot everything boosts to 150. All the 100 locks boost to 150 with the DLC installed. So I can't get in here. It's just a storage locker, I believe. There's no... Not losing out on any more lore. But, So who's the other scientist, though? Is this Lorelei? Because Eva and Lorelei are the only two left. Huh. Because otherwise I could just get Vicar and I can get through that door, but I can't. Because... Because they boosted it to 150. I should have uninstalled the DLC.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
No problem.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Oh, no, why am I doing that? Back, boss.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might be alive. Actually, all 3 of them are alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Yeah, kind of. I hope this means I'm due for a raise. Is this about your cloak and dagger warnings?
That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big, something none of us were meant to know.
The truth about the human tailbone?
I'm thinking more along the lines of the sapient species paradox. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Oh, and I don't have high enough intelligence, but... guessing you have an idea?
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
Anything for you, Lilia. I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Man, I love her so freaking much. I could say nothing. Aliens, really? Or aliens?
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Captain, in my humble assessment, Ms. Hagen is insane.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
I think Felix believes her, if I remember. Or at least he's the dumb one, so he seems like it makes more sense. A few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I joined SubLight so I could do crime, not save humanity. Little green bastards must pay. So I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
And there's your freaking explanation. She's not sleeping, so she's going crazy. How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Cross your eyes. Coming to get you, Lila. She does get a little freaked out, I believe, if you do say that. But, well, that's comforting.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
Oh, shit. I really don't know what to make of this, Lilia.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way SubLight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Now it all makes sense. Where does Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
I think you need some sleep. Science 1, the labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Sounds messy, but I'll take the job.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
All right. Oh, poor Lilia. Being in the mafia. She's got that paranoia. Everyone's out to get her. She really needs to sleep. And if they would just let me romance her.